Testing. Okay, see how this goes. So this is embarrassing, but hey, I'm sitting on Lake Michigan here, Chicago there, and it's been pretty chill this week. So I've been trying to preface this video with a bit of an understanding of what I'm doing and what's going on. So I've written it down in my little notebook, and I'll read it to you. As I commence this trip into the unknown, I'd like to point out this is by no means my maiden voyage. I'm not exploring uncovered territories, and I'm definitely not doing it in a way that nobody else has done it before. For me, autonomy has played a big role in my life, as has been in the wild and living in it. At a relatively young age, I started doing expeditions alone. However, the advent of owning a motorcycle made the range significantly larger. In preparation for my architectural dissertation, I rode my motorcycle from London, England, across 9 countries to visit buildings by Erik Gunnar Asplund in Sweden, returning through Norway to experience the stave churches. At this point, I was hooked. However, I had doubts about my riding ability and changed my vehicle from a Triumph Tiger 955i to a Suzuki DRZ 400. The following year I put myself on a course in the Pyrenees in Spain with Horizons Unlimited. I didn't make much of the course, but it was where I met Noel, a great friend whom I'm very glad I have met. Anyhow, enough of that boring waffle. So between my new passion, overlanding, and stifled by the moronic, nonsensical subjectivity of architecture, trapped in academic loop of resitting the course, I counted my losses and dropped out. I spent a year working as a delivery driver while living with my mother, planning my trip across Africa. Beginning of September 2010, I set off with Ed, a guy I met on Horizons Unlimited, to cross the east side of Africa. The route would take us across Spain, a ferry to Italy, and finally another ferry to Alexandria, Egypt, where the real journey would commence. It soon became apparent that Ed and I were not suited to travel together, and a few weeks in, after grinding teeth for a fair while, I decided to speak it out. I continued my journey with Cam and Craig, 2 Kiwis I met along the way. As a group of 3, we stormed Africa and took in the best that was on offer, from idyllic beaches in Kenya, safaris in Tanzania, whitewater rafting in Zambia, and wild camping all the way everywhere else. The experiences were unforgettable. 4 months later, we arrived in Cape Town, and for me, without any tools, maps or spares, I succeeded just fine. In fact, I was so under budget, I spent a week debating whether to ride back. However, the journey this far had its toll both on my laptop and my camera, and without them, documenting it would have been impossible. Since Africa, I've had various expeditions, but ultimately America 2015 has always been my goal. Well, that's about it really, guys.